Today we're talking about local leads, how to get local leads, what platforms you can use. And as I go through the list of platforms, I'm going to give a little bit of insight on a few tricks that you can use to get the most out of those. So the first one that I would consider one of the top two most important would be your Google My Business listing, which is the map version of Google, where when somebody's local to, like, literally physically close to your business, they can search and your business will come up higher. And when you set up your Google My Business listing, you want to put all your information on there. So any opportunity that they have for you to fill out information, do it. The more the better. Google loves it when you use their platform, and it's going to help you rank. So get all your information on there, get videos, get pictures. They have features on there for you to do posts or updates on your business or specials if you're running a special. So use all of those tools, get on there on a regular basis, just be consistent, and also make sure you get reviews. Of course, like, reviews are one of the most powerful things as far as helping you show up higher on Google. And then let's say you're crushing it in that and you are ready to start in a new location. Another option is you can open up a second Google My Business, as long as you have like a brick and mortar somewhere for you to connect that Google My Business to. And that can also generate more leads in a new location. But of course, you'll have to build reputation with that new Google My Business by creating more content on there and also getting more reviews on there. So the next one would be your website. And there's two things that you can do with your website to help get local leads. One is creating location pages on your website. So a location page is going to be basically yourwebsite.com/Baltimore Roofing Company or Baltimore Roof Repair Company or whatever it might be. You can create a page specifically for that city and your service, and you put more information on that page about the work that you've done in that city. If you've done any projects in that city, you want to put those photos on there and just fill out content related to that city. And you can do that for as many cities as you want. The next one would be with your website is you want to get as many local citations as possible. So what I mean by that is a citation is any sort of like business listing like Yelp or Better Business Bureau or Chamber of Commerce, any of those types of things where they let you put your website and business information like your address and phone number. You want to get as many of those as possible, and that will help your website rank higher on Google as well. So that's like another little SEO trick. And it's kind of like voting for your website. It helps Google realize and search engines realize that your website is valuable the more that third parties are pointing to your site. Next would be Google Local Services, which some people call Google Guaranteed. Google Local Services ads are different than regular Google ads, and it's kind of a new service that Google provides. And when your business is on there, it will definitely generate leads. I've had great success with it. And it will show up on the search results above everything else. Above organic, above maps, above Google ads. And I know that some people have had trouble with that platform, the Google Local Services. So a few things you can try to do is, one, make sure you get lots of reviews. The other one is go into their portal and fill out information. So the back end of Google Local Services will have all your leads, and it will ask you questions about it, like, did you schedule it? When is it scheduled for? Did you sell a job? Stuff like that. And you just want to go in there and you want to fill all of that out. And that helps Google know that you're responsive and active on the platform, and therefore a trustworthy contractor who's actually handling those leads. Next, we have Google Ads and Bing Ads. So Bing is another search engine just like Google, except not as common, but you can still get really good local leads from there. So on both platforms, you can be very specific down to the zip code. And two things that I want to mention about Google Ads and Bing Ads. that will help is, one is negative keywords. You want to take those out. So when the ads are set up, using keywords like roof replacement, roof repair, and so on. But then there's also negative keywords, meaning a keyword that seems close to what you want, but it's not actually. For example, a sunroof. Sunroof is something on your car. And so you want to take that off so that way you don't have impressions or clicks that cost you money, but then aren't actually producing what you want. So go to your PPC manager, ask them to show you a list of negative keywords, and go through the list with them and just, affirm the ones that are on there, or if they need to add more on there. You can also look at the targeted keywords and do the same thing. The next one for Google Ads would be your landing pages. So a lot of times you'll have a landing page that people click into, but then they don't convert. And so if you have high clicks and high impressions but low conversions, go back to the drawing board on your landing page and figure out if there's some sort of disconnect between the meta description, which is the words that people see and they click on. So if there's a disconnection between the meta description and the way the page is set up, maybe the wording that it has or the information that it does or doesn't have, and just reevaluate, run some tests, and play around with that to figure it out. Next, we have social media, which again, you can do paid ads for specific locations, and you can be very, very detailed in where and what types of people get those ads. When you do that, use local photos, local lingo, and be specific with your target and just be consistent. Think of it more on the branding side, where you're constantly staying in front of your customers. The last thing I'm going to mention would be like a lead generator, which there's, some mixed opinions on lead generators, but I will say this, that one of the ways that I've seen it work is when you have a fast response. So because some of those lead generators, they're going to give that lead not only to you, but to multiple roofers. So the quicker you can get out there, meet the customer, take care of their needs, the higher your chance of winning that job. And so just a fast response. All right, if you like this, please leave a comment, or if you have any questions, leave a comment. I'd love to talk more about marketing with you.